Hey y'all, Maddox here. Today we're going to talk about a way to answer arguments and that you can use for any level of debate, be it elementary all the way up through college. And it's going to be DR.MO. A couple of y'all might already be familiar with DR.MO, but in case we have people who this is their first time or need a brief refresher, I'm going to give an explanation of what DR.MO is. Essentially, it's an argument style that calls for 4 different things: denying, reversing, minimizing, and outweighing. This is important because it makes sure that you're testing an affirmative or an idea or an argument from multiple angles. So instead of just saying you're wrong every single time, you can say it causes the opposite thing, or this is very small, or there's something bigger. And it's just a way to proliferate different ideas and arguments so that you're not always making the same line of argumentation. It's super duper cool. So I'm going to go by each part of DR.MO and use some examples, and then that'll be pretty much it for today. The first part is denying. Denying is the most abundantly clear part of DR.MO, and it's basically saying that what the opponent has said is wrong or faulty for a couple of reasons. You should of course have some reasoning as to why that is true, but basically you're saying they don't say what they think they're saying, or what they said is wrong. So let's say an argument using ARE is the assertion was that ice cream is the best food on earth. Right? You can deny that by saying, no, that's wrong, ice cream is not the best food on earth, it's hamburger, or it's a hot dog, or cake, or whatever. Denying is just saying whatever the opponent has said was wrong. You should of course have some evidence, and hopefully you're used the packet that we gave you, or any evidence that you've come up on your own to provide why that's not true, but make sure that you're just saying that what they have said is false and they don't access whatever argument they're trying to make. The next acronym is R, and R stands for reverse. An example of reversing an argument could be that they say that in the summer, ice cream will be better because it will be a lot colder. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to say this. All right, cool. All right, they made the argument that using a hair blow dryer to heat up your ice cream is good because it makes it a lot more colder. You could say, no, that's not true. It does the opposite. A hair drop blower is going to make the ice cream melt, or it's going to cause the exact opposite of what they claim to happen. And reversing is just cool because you're really evaluating if what they say is not only true, and that goes into the deny aspect, but also if they cause the good thing, or if what their idea is a good argument. A popular debate argument is called a turn, and that's basically just really using the R part of DR.MO, which is reverse. The next component is minimize, and essentially what minimize is saying is that whatever the opponent said is very, very small. And so minimize is really key because you don't want to just make the argument that they're completely wrong, there's no chance they're wrong. Because if the judge buys that they might be right, they're going to give them a lot of ground on their arguments. But if you minimize and say, even if what they said is true, it doesn't matter because what they're talking about is a very minute and small part of things. For example, if you said, if we did the plan, that would cause the state of Georgia to have to spend $7.47 more on this part of the economy. You can say, even if it's true that the state of Georgia spends $7.50 more, that's not important, and it's very small because that's only a fraction of a percentage of a fraction of however much money is in the economy or something like that, and it's not that big of an impact. And next, the last thing is outweigh, and this is in a lot of parts of debate, and especially in the part called impact calculus. But outweighing is kind of going in combination with minimizing because it's saying that your argument or your impacts or ideas have a lot larger weight and are a lot bigger, and it also hinges upon that even if. Example of something outweighing is if your opponents had said that a paper cut would cause your finger to hurt. You can say even if that's true, or let's say the paper cut does happen, our impact of somebody falling out of their chair or falling off of the top bunk of a really high bed outweighs because it could get a lot more hurt, and that's a lot larger of an impact. And so in summary, the parts of DR.MO are deny, which is saying that what they said is not true, reverse, that the opposite occurs, and it goes in tandem with denied, saying something else happens, minimize, which is saying their thing is very, very small, and it doesn't matter, and outweigh, which is saying that whatever you're talking about is a lot bigger, and there's things that the judge should prefer over what their opponents are saying. That's it for me. Hope this is helpful. Thanks, everybody.